Hey, hey, hey. I'm your humble host, Fizz Ed Music, and this is another rousing episode of Urban Politics. Want to thank you all for liking and subscribing as you do. Please, as soon as you have a chance, take a little cell phone over to YouTube, like and subscribe, Fizz Ed Music, Urban Politics. Without further ado, I want to jump right into it like a car and drive. All types of tasty and delicious politics to sink our teeth into. Now, first things first, it is the holiday season. Wearing my holiday sweater, you know what I'm saying? This got Santa. He's on the North Pole, as you can see right there. There you can see him. He's on the North Pole, and he's on that pole. He's getting a workout. That's a workout right now, ain't it? That you can get a pole in your living room and do a workout with the pole or whatnot. It's a family show. I'm keeping it family. All right. There's that. All right. Let's get right into the politics of the day. First thing up is Trump and the GOP. Let's discuss it. Republicans, 54% say that he should not be the party's nominee if he's found guilty. 20% say that he should go to jail if he is convicted. 23% say he committed serious federal crimes, which has doubled since July. So in July, only about 12 to 13% of Republicans thought that he would admit he created serious federal crimes. Trump was taken off the ballot in Colorado. Reason for that, the 14th Amendment says that an insurrectionist cannot hold office. So that was interesting that came up. Colorado took him off the ballot. Now their Supreme Court still has to, I think, rule on that. I might, as of the taping right now of this show, by the time you see it, I want to say they will have ruled on it. I want to say that they let it stand, but I think it can still be appealed by his lawyers, and look for that coming. So there's that. But they did take him off the ballot in Colorado. Why did they do that? The 14th Amendment says if you're an insurrectionist, you cannot hold office. He has been found guilty of insurrection, ergo he is an insurrectionist, ergo he should not be on the ballot. Now all 50 states should take a page out of Colorado's book and do this. Not going to happen. We'll see if there are some other states, though, who start to pick up this line of thinking, because they might. And that's what happens. Things have to be, a precedent has to be set. And a precedent being set only means that they already did it. That's all that means. There's no precedent for it. All there is a precedent for it. They already did it. If they already did it, then that precedent has been set. So right now, Colorado is setting the precedent, right, for taking a person off the ballot because they're an insurrectionist. Let's see if the rest of these states have the cojones to do what they did, right? But like I said, it could still be overturned by Trump's lawyers. They can still have that, Supreme Court overturn it or whatever and not uphold it. We'll see what happens. Watch this space. 54% agreed, though, with the Colorado decision, which is interesting because that's huge. 54% agreed with Colorado's decision. And I don't think this is 54% of Republicans. I think this is just 54% of anybody with eyes and ears, right? And who's not toting the party line. But 54% agree with Colorado's decision to take them off the ballot. I agree with it. It says that in the Constitution, right? If you are an insurrectionist. January 6th was a hostile overtaking of the government. It failed. It didn't work, but they tried. So he's an insurrectionist. Ergo, he should not be on the ballot. That's not a long bridge to cross, ladies and gentlemen. It's not hard to get to that conclusion, right? Anyway, when it's not a rich white man. Anyway, moving on. Now, some red states, Republican states, are threatening to take Joseph Robinette Biden off the ballot just in retaliation. This is the same crap that we always get into. And I've talked about it on the show, and I'm going to talk about it some more. The partisanship in Washington is redunculous. And it gets on my nerves because this is the reason why it's so hard to a lot of times see justice be done, right? Trump is guilty. We know he's guilty. But we have a Justice Department ran by Merrick Garland, who is a Democrat, who doesn't want to seem partisan. He doesn't want to seem like him going after this person is politically motivated. Who cares what it looks like? Follow the law. The law is that this man has broke the law several times. So go ahead and prosecute him like you would prosecute any other poor person of color off the street. Stop giving him special treatments because of his paint job. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, Merrick Garland. This guy is guilty as the day is long. You know this. So go on and prosecute the man. If this is America, if this is a country of law, and we all have to be accountable under the law, then that means a rich white guy named Trump is no exception. He also has to be accountable under the law of these United States, if that is what it is. Now, if that ain't what it is, please, conservatives, stop sending me videos of black people running up in places looting. Stop sending me videos of these young black kids who are probably poor and don't have anything. Doesn't excuse what they're doing. But my point is, at least there's a frame of reference for what they're doing. At least most of it's coming out of need. Stop sending me them videos. If y'all don't care about Trump breaking the law, then don't care about these young black teenagers running up in a Walmart and looting them. Same thing. Same thing. If it's okay for him to break the law, then it's okay for them to break the law. Talk amongst yourselves. Anyway, let's talk about the vote in 2024. Once again, it needs to be like the last vote that we just had. Do you remember the rhetoric that they kept kicking that vote? You know what I'm saying? Or, around voting season or whatever last time. Maybe you don't remember. Let me jog your memory. The thing was, they said we need to vote in numbers too big to rig. Too big to rig. And that's what it was, right? Because Joe Biden won by, 8 million, 9 million, 10 million, something, a historic number of votes he beat Trump with. So it's got to be the same going in. I had to talk with my father, extremely smart gentleman, extremely smart man, and that's what he has said to me too. He didn't say it that way. He said, he said, look, Biden already beat him once. He'll beat him again. He'll beat him again. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm like, man, I couldn't believe that. Please, don't nobody rest on your laurels and not go out here and not try and get the word out and not vote thinking that Biden's got in the bag. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying he prevailed last time. He'll probably prevail this time. And he'll probably prevail with the same number. A good 8, 9, $10 million over, 10 million votes over Trump, right? We'll see. But that's what needs to happen. Democrats have to vote in numbers too big to rig. Because if there's a slither of doubt, you already know the Republicans are leading with they lost. Because there's a slither of doubt, so that means we won. If there's just a teensy-weensy bit of ambiguity, we won. We won. If there was something messed up with the vote, we won. If we could find somewhere where votes, fell out of truck and ended up dirty and they were hard to counter with, we won. That's how the GOP plays this game. They won. If there's any discrepancies whatsoever with anything, they won, right? So what has to happen, Democrats, liberals, is you have to vote in numbers too big to rig. Guy loses by 10 million votes, he done lost. He done lost. He done lost. And that's what happened to Trump last time. Let's make sure it happens to him this time, man. You know what I'm saying? Get your game face on, Democrats. Get your game face on, liberals. Anyway, moving on. I still want to revisit the debate that Gavin Newsom and Ron DeSantis had. It was interesting because I was watching a reel and they were talking to Gavin Newsom, who I really would love it if he ran for president. If he ran for president, I'd vote for the man in a heartbeat. If you watch this show, you know that I love that guy for president. I think he'd be a good president. He's young, he's charismatic, he's primetime ready. Do I agree with all his politics? No. But has he done some amazing things? Yes. Has he done some amazing things in California? Yes. Getting it to where now California makes their own insulin that they give to their own constituents. So these people ain't got to be paying $300 a pop for insulin that they need to live. Mr. Newsom did that. Hats off to the man. See what I'm saying? We need that type of work in the presidency. We need that type of work in the executive. But it is what it is. I was thinking he was making a run in 2024, was going to make a run in 2024. He pulled back. Why? Because Mr. Biden said he's making a run. And as a Democrat, you do not run against the Democratic incumbent president, especially a Democratic incumbent president who really doesn't have any drawbacks except the fact that he's old. But the economy is doing pretty good. Gas prices are pretty good. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how that works. Now, when I talk to Pops, Pop said the plan is this. Go ahead and just get Biden in there. Get him in there. Because if you notice, what he said is, I'm going to run, barring something happen, like my health or something. But right now, I feel great and I'm running. So he gonna run. He'll win. He'll get in there, right? And then he can fall back and let Miss Kamala Harris just step right in. And there it is. She will be our de facto president, right? Not a vote cast. It'll kind of be like House of Cards. Not a vote cast. She didn't have to do any politicking, none of that. She'll just be the president. A black female president. Libs been wanting that forever. They've been chomping at the bit to get a lady in there. They've been chomping at the bit to get a lady of color in there. There it is, right? So we'll see what happens. But Pops thinks that's what the game plan is over there on the left. They're gonna just make sure that Biden can just keep it together for a hot second. Still keep holding that executive, scoot back in there a little bit, and then he can fall back and let Miss Kamala Harris just, you know what I'm saying, step up to her destiny. So we'll see what happens with that, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, watch this space. That'll be interesting. Another reason that Gavin Newsom is sick of Ron DeSantis is, and he said he purposely sought to belittle him and disrespect him. Gavin Newsom is upset about all the woke. And I like how Gavin Newsom just put it right out there. He said woke, which really equals anti-black. He gets up there, Ron DeSantis, and talk about all this anti-woke. No, that's anti-black. That's what that is. When you're taking black studies out of your schools, that's anti-black. When you're coming up with legislation that says that if something makes a white person or a white kid uncomfortable, then it can't be taught, it can't be talked about, that's anti-black. And I like the fact that another white man, Gavin Newsom, would call him out on that and not beat around the bush on. That's what he said. You're going to say you anti-woke. That's really anti-black. I agree. Exploiting immigrants by sending them to Martha's Vineyard. If you don't remember that fiasco, it happened several months ago where this dipstick goes finds immigrants, not even in Florida, somewhere else, and sends them to Martha's Vineyard to try and make a political point, to try and score some political points with that pathetic Trump base. But it didn't work. Number one, somebody tell Mr. DeSantis that, look, the Republican Party is Trump's party. Full stop, as y'all say. Full stop, period. End of story. That's Trump's party. That's it. If you're a Republican, you're in Trump's gang. That's Trump's gang. He hijacked the gang. He hijacked the clown car. He's driving it. This is his baby. The GOP is Trump's baby. So if you call yourself trying to be the Trump or trying to be the GOP nominee, use an idiot and a buffoon. Because why would they vote for you when they can have the real McCoy? Why would they vote for Trump light? Not even. Because at least Trump doesn't look like a bobblehead when somebody asks him a question he don't know the answer to. He just lies about it and makes something. DeSantis ain't even that smooth with it. He can't even do that. So why would they vote for you, DeSantis, when they can? Why would they vote for a pseudo devil when they can have the real demon beast who's right up? We have Beelzebub waiting in the lurch to take the job. Why are we gonna go with his underling, or his understudy, DeSantis? Anyway, so that's where you messed up, bro. You know what I'm saying? You call yourself trying to jump on the jock of people who. They don't want you. They want Trump. They love his dirty draws, not yours. Right? So, there it is. It is what it is. He also didn't like all the LGBTQ and trans attacks. This guy having beef with Disney World and Disneyland. Basically, Disney. Who does that? Everybody knows that Disney World has more money than God. They definitely got more money than the U.S. government. Why would you pick a fight with them? Why? Because you thought it was going to make you look good to Trump, that Trump base, that MAGA base. They still don't want you, DeSantis. And that ain't enough. You done tanked Florida. You done tanked their economy. Right? Florida will never be the same financially. And you did all that in an effort to capture the executive. And guess what? Ain't going to happen, Captain. You do not have the chops for the job, sir. You do not have the executive prowess to capture the executive office, Mr. DeSantis. Somebody tell this guy spinning his wheels for nothing. So there's that. Exploiting immigrants. Gavin Newsom was happy. He said he was happy to have the opportunity to push back on Fox. That debate was on Fox. So he said, I was happy to get on this station where they don't hear from people like me often who are liberals. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get on that station that is a conservative media outlet and really give it to a conservative blowhard who doesn't know what he's doing, who isn't primetime ready. I am paraphrasing, ladies and gentlemen, but basically that's what Gavin Newsom was saying. And Gavin Newsom said, he said, it's personal with me. Please don't, he said, don't make no mistake. I do not like Ron DeSantis. I'm not cool with the guy. I think the stuff he's doing is laughable. I think he's laughable, and he's a joke. He needs to step off. You know what I'm saying? Step off the main scene. Step off the stage. Basically, what your boy Gavin Newsom was saying, and like I said, he ate the guy's lunch. You know, he had that debate when he stepped out there and ate his lunch. It was hilarious. If you haven't seen it, go on and do your Googles, man. Hit YouTube and check out that debate. Hilarious. But Gavin Newsom straight up served that dork. Got what he deserved. Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley both have started trying to push back a little bit on Trump's actions. I think one of them said something about he's unfit for office. It might even have been DeSantis who said that. He's unfit for office. Too little, too late. Him and Nikki. It's like, come on, you know. Really, somebody just needs to have the cojones to come out and say Trump sucks. Now, Chris Christie has, but that kind of falls on deaf ears when it's like, okay, well, you lost against Trump a while ago. And then when you lost against him, you bowed down and joined his staff. Really? So you worked for the man, but he's unfit. So see what I'm saying? So really, Chris Christie, he don't have a leg to stand on. Plus, he's too heavy to stand on one leg. I don't make fat jokes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. That guy is a joke, too. But at least he's one of the few Republicans, Chris Christie, who's actually come out and said something negative about Trump. Why? He ain't got nothing to lose. He ain't got nothing to lose, man. At this point, he's just trying to stay relevant, trying to get a soundbite or two, because he'll never be president. But like Gavin Newsom also said to Mr. Ron DeSantis, he'll never be president either. Mark my words, Ron DeSantis will never be president. He'll never be president. He ain't got it. He ain't got it. His wife done pushed him into something he ain't ready for. But the TI is what it TI is, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I get out of here, let me talk about my IPAs of the week. I got this one, Snake Oil. This is a good one. Oh, my goodness. This is by Homestead Beer Company. It is 7.5% alcohol. Yes. So you're definitely going to feel one of those. You get it in your snake oil. And I like that because that's what a lot of times politicians who sit on the right have been accused of being snake oil salesmen. And they say, you know, back in the day, cats would go door to door selling this snake oil, saying it'll you know what I'm saying, it'll cure whatever ails you. It'll heal anything you got that you need healing with. Get some of this snake oil that I got in this bag here. And then they take you for a little ride, like the GOP like take people for a ride. But this snake oil beer is delicious. And it's by Homestead, and it's 7.5% alcohol. Got a little bit of money in your pocket. Go get your little Homestead. This right here is extremely festive. Holly Jolly. This is by one that I talk about on the show all the time, Fathead Brewery. These guys get awards for their IPAs and their beers because they're amazing. This is a Christmas ale. It is 7.5% alcohol as well. Fathead's Brewery. It says, chill out, man. Have a beer. Good stuff. Yep. This is a really, really good beer. It says, spice up your holidays. Spice up your holidays with this, you know what I'm saying, Holly Jolly Christmas ale. That's a really good one from Fathead's Brewery. Those are two great IPAs. Got a little bit of money in your pocket. Head on down to the store and get you one of them IPAs in your life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my time. I am your humble host, Fizz Ed Music. This is Urban Politics. I want to thank you all for liking and subscribing. Liking and subscribing. As you do, please, as soon as you have a chance, take your little cell phone over to YouTube. Like and subscribe. Fizz Ed Music, Urban Politics. And that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. What I say, without further ado, I'm starting the show again. I've done that. I do that sometimes. I'm not starting it again. We're done. I'm out. I holla. See you around like a donut.